Welcome, y'all. In today's video, I'll be making high-end farmhouse signs without the high price tag. Let's get to the craft room. For this first farmhouse sign, you're going to need burlap, a metal chicken that I picked up from Dollar General, a Dollar Tree round sign, some wood beads, and some black paint. And of course, your glue gun and some glue sticks. I started by painting the back side of this sign with some black chalk paint. It came out just a little globby, so I used my mister bottle to just lightly mist it, and that helped it immensely to be able to spread more evenly. I love this. It's a very, very fine mist, and if you're interested in it, I can link that below in the description box. But I just gave one good coat to the side of this sign. And you can skip this step if you have a burlap that's pretty thick. I wasn't sure how this burlap was going to be, so that's why I painted this the front black. Lord, I can't talk. Next, I cut a piece of the burlap and just using some hot glue to attach it to my sign. Be sure to protect those fingers because y'all all know how burlap is when you go to using hot glue on it. For my hanger, I used a piece of floral wire and strung about 12 beads on there. Now, in hindsight, I wish I'd done it a little different, but this sign turns out so flipping cute. I absolutely love it. And as you see, I covered the back, which was the front, with some craft paper. Now, I was kind of on the struggle bus with this. Me and this chicken like to fight now. I'm not lying. And then at the end of the day, if you'll just give it a twist, that steak will pop right off. Anyway, so to attach this thing to my wood round, I use a combination of super glue, fix all adhesive, and hot glue. And all I do is apply it to the contact points on the chicken. Y'all, the whole time I was doing this DIY, it made me think back to when I was like 5 or 6 years old. And one of my favorite places to play was out in the what we called the chicken yard. It was fenced in and there was this really big tree that I like to play under. So I was out there playing and they called me in for supper. I went to the gate and that stupid rooster wouldn't let me leave. So I started screaming, "Mama, mama." Mama come running out there, opened the gate. That rooster spurred her in the knee. He was bound and determined I was not going to leave. Needless to say, he was on the table the next day for Sunday dinner. So, anyway, that's my chicken story for the day. So many memories of playing under that tree in the chicken yard. So, back to the DIY. I'm using some boxwood greenery from Walmart. And by the way, y'all, those are only 97 cents and they're great quality, in my opinion. And I couldn't decide if I wanted to use these little purple flowers or not, but I liked the lighter shade of green that was on there. So I cut off a couple of those and stuck those in my floral bundle. And I like to lay out my flowers before I permanently glue them down. So I did do that first, and that's what I'm doing here with the lighter green. Make sure it's where I want it, and then just glue them on down. Welcome to everybody that is new to the channel, and welcome back to all y'all OGs. I appreciate everybody so, so much. And if you love this kind of content, please hit that subscribe button. I am trying to hit 2,000 subscribers by my 1 year YouTube anniversary, which is April the 11th. So I would really appreciate your support. A thumbs up would be wonderful. and I'm just glad all y'all are here. I love, love, love this sign, y'all. Let me know what you think. I like the way it turned out. I might have used a little bit too much greenery, but overall, I love it. Now, this video is in collaboration with some great, great friends of mine. It's called the Sign Me Up collaboration, and all we had to do was make signs. It's hosted by Crafty Hints, co-hosted with Rustic and Lace DIY, and 6 kids and a glue gun. All the links will be in the description box below. For my next sign, I'll be using one of these Dollar Tree decorative cutting boards that they came out with just a while back. And I flipped it over to the back side and gave it one good coat of the hazelnut chalk paint. And I turned my heat gun down to low setting to get it dry. Um, Chalk paint's notorious for not doing really well with a heat gun, so always put it on low setting and it does really well. I wanted it to look like wood, so I'm using my antique wax and a stencil brush and alternating between just kind of swiping it and then actually spouncing it like you would a stencil. And I think it looks very, very realistic. I love the way this sign turned out. Now, at this point, I really didn't have a game plan, but I did come up with one. Now, here in a second, you'll see where I taped off about the lower third of the sign and painted it with the moss chalk paint. I don't know what happened to that footage, y'all. I apologize. But I ultimately decided to use one of my chalk Couture transfers. If you guys are not familiar with that, I'm a designer with the company and have been for, year and a half. And I will leave my link to my website in the description box below. So if you're interested, you can definitely check that out. First thing I did was fuzz this transfer a few times, and all that does is remove some of the sticky from the back. All of our transfers are self-adhesive. That way you won't pull up your surface when you lay it down. This is my go-to method when I want to add wording or pictures or something to a sign. It is so easy to apply. The transfers are reusable. If you take really good care of them, you can get up to 50 uses, sometimes more, out of a single transfer. So just think of all the things that you could make for yourself, for friends and family, even to sell, which is what I do. So if you have any questions or curious, be sure to check out my link below. Now, all you do once you have your transfer down is you're going to apply chalk paste. These are made to be used with a chalk paste, not chalk paint. And you just take a little bit and gently just kind of glide it over your transfer with a rubber squeegee, excuse me, silicone squeegee. No pressure. It's so, so easy, so quick, and it's very satisfying, actually, if I do say so myself. I love this. I'm obsessed. What can I say? Once the image is covered, you simply squeegee off any excess and scrape it back off in your jar. A jar of paste will last forever. This jar of white paste I've been using for over a year, so it really, really does last. I do want to mention we do have an exclusive club called Club Couture. It's our subscription service. And for the month of February, when you join Club Couture, you will receive 5 free transfers, y'all. That is unheard of. Be sure to check it out. I'll leave a link below. Now, you'll see in the chicken it had an extra little design in it, some little leaves. So I'm going to go in with my sage chalk paste and my little detail tool and add some color to those leaves. I love layering colors using these transfers. All you need to do is make sure that your chalk paste on your surface is completely dry before you lay your transfer back down. Now, ideally, I should have rinsed off my transfer first before I went back in to color in those leaves. So do as I say, not as I do. It all turned out fabulous. Just wait till you see this detail. This is the fastest way I know of to get this kind of detail, these crisp, clean lines. Oh my gosh, y'all. I love it, love it, love it. And don't get me wrong, I love my Cricut too, but you can't get this kind of detail using a Cricut this and doing it this easily. I love this. And I think you guys will too. And our subscription service is a great way to try Chalk Couture for the first time. My favorite part of using Chalk Couture is the peel and reveal, where you get to see that beautiful image without any bleed through. You didn't have to weed anything. And look at that. This cutting board turned out so farmhouse. I love the way this looks. And to think that little board only costs $1 or $1.25, depending on where you are. Tell me what you guys think in the comments. I want to know your thoughts on this. For the next sign, I am using this box sign that I got for 89 cents at Hobby Lobby, a piece of scrapbook paper that came from Hobby Lobby, the metal pig from the Dollar General, black paint, some hot glue, and super glue. I'm only painting the edges, or rather the sides of this sign. My paper is actually a cardstock. It comes in a big package from Hobby Lobby. Great deal, different wood designs. So it's very thick, so the middle section didn't need any paint. And I just gave the sides one regular coat. Now, as you'll see here in a minute, I went on ahead, measured out my box onto my paper, traced it out, cut it, and I'm using this time this Gorilla glue stick. Says it's permanent, and I wanted to check it out. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. Just making sure that you really hit all the edges of the sign, place the paper down, and smooth it out. No wrinkles, no bubbles. Love it so far. Now, I figured out with this little critter, if you take your wire cutters and just gently pull on that circle, metal circle that was in the middle of the pig holding the stake, the whole thing will just pop off so you don't have to cut the stake. So anyway, I figured that out. Now I'm using 2 tumbling tower blocks with a mixture of the super glue and hot glue. And my thought was to stick down it give the center something to stick to. And of course, I still hit the other contact points on the pig. So there I am, just applying some more super glue and hot glue. Since we've got this animal theme going on, everybody that is still here with me, leave your favorite animal emoji in the comment box below. Or if you don't use emojis, tell me what your favorite animal is. I'll go first. Mine's dogs. Anybody that's watched my videos knows I'm a huge dog lover. I've owned Rottweilers for almost 30 years. I'm a professional handler in the AKC show dog world. And yeah, dogs are kind of my life. Plus, I'm a groomer. So there's that. Then you just want to press your pig down, let it set up, and oh my gosh, Farmhouse City, guys. I think all of these projects look so high end, especially that little cutting board. That just blows me away. I am torn today between the round sign and the little cutting board. Those are my 2 favorites of this video. Y'all have to let me know what you think down below, and I know you will, because y'all I love communicating with y'all, and I know you'll let me know. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It would be greatly appreciated. Share it with your family and friends. If you think they would enjoy this kind of content, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget the playlist. It's awesome. And until next time, y'all, go get your craft on. Oh, and to watch more videos, click the one on your screen right now.